He's better than collard greens.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Hot water cornbread.
Yes, he is. Hallelujah.
He's better than Coca-Cola. Brexit Greens.
Oh, yeah. All right. God is good. And looking at the back of the program, you know, say service are subject to change because God is the final say. And when I first got up here, I was trying to call for the announcements, but I couldn't do it right then. And then when the announcer came up, you try to do it the way it's on the program, but sometimes it don't work like that.
Amen.
But the Lord is good to all of us. First, I want to give on to daughters in her life, to our pastor, Pastor Kim West, to the First Lady, to Lady Nobles, to Evangelist Jones, to Mother Wallace, to the deacons, our Minister Coleman, to the deacon saint, Minister Ross, to the deacon saints and children of the house of God. We do thank and praise God just for being here today. And I thank God for the person who gave the Holy Ghost. Thank the Lord for being so good to me. Because a lot of times, you know, we come to church and we don't understand why somebody's going through this or why somebody's going through that.
That's right.
But you don't understand our story.
Amen.
You don't know what we've been through. But sometimes you just have to pray for one another. Because God is able to take us through the storm and through the rain. And I thank God for Cornerstone.
Amen.
There's nothing like Cornerstone. And I've been to a lot of churches.
Me too. I done joined them.
There's no place like home.
Amen.
Because Pastor Kim tries to do his very best to be able to make you feel comfortable. Saints Appreciation Day. And who ever heard of that? And then he has the Assistant Pastor's Day. Oh, I said, wow, wait. He's trying to keep us in the church. I'm not going nowhere.
I think I might join.
And see, if my name ain't on the road, can you put my name on the road today? But I thank God for the services today. And thank the Lord for Noah's Ark Day. Somebody said, who are you? I said, I'm just me. I ain't coming to be nobody. I'm glad to be here. I don't have a uniform. I don't have this. I don't have that. But I can talk about a lot of animals. I can make sounds like other animals too. At this time, we're turning the hands of our MC today. Home Pastor Kim West. Can you see us say amen?
All right. Praise the Lord, saints. Praise the Lord, saints. We're not trying to get no awards, YPU. But I want to thank God for a beautiful service so far.
Amen.
God is so good.
Yes, he is.
I was trying to get into the service and Deacon Rick sung my song. I don't know. I was sitting there playing my horn and I got happy and started clapping my hands, trying to cut a step. And I said, oh, Satan know how to get it.
Yeah, you cut it already. Cut it short.
I said, well, we sit on down here.
All right,
You know what? While I was sitting there, I was thinking about years ago, I was playing semi-pro football. And I was trying to tackle a young man, man. I was trying to tackle him, and I missed the tackle, and trying to grab him, and You know how when you trying to grab somebody or whatever, and somebody else grab you, there's a power on it. And I heard my ankle and leg pop about 4 or 5 times. And I walk up to the side and I'm telling the coach, it's broke. He said, it ain't broke. I said, it's broke. He taped it up, and I played the whole game. And I walked home. If y'all know what Crenshaw High School is, from Crenshaw High School to 60th and, no, it was 80th and Vermont. And I said, well, if I can do that, it's no problem for me to stand up here and give God praise. See, you know that saying when it says, when I look back over my life.
Come on now.
We all can look back. And we all came a long way. St. Mildred, that's what we were talking about in Sabbath school. When you go through,
Oh, you gotta go through.
you can look back later on and say, Lord, thank you. Bishop used to always say, ain't nobody like you.
Ain't nobody like you.
Ain't nobody like my God. God is so good. I mean, you know, I'm standing up here and I feel like Mildred was the other week. But she was over there crying by that lady. I said, I'm going to get up and stand up here and whatever. But you know what? Faith. Experience. I thank God. And Noah had a lot of faith.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he
Well, I
did.
might just all right. we're gonna have 2 songs. I'm gonna call on my 2 favorite little singers. Don't get jealous. Don't get jealous, young people. We're gonna call on Noah. And we're gonna call on Kim Morris. So we're gonna have our sister Noah give us a solo. And then we're gonna have our Kim Morris. I like to spotlight the younger young people.
And love you, and love you, I love you, Lord, today.
Oh, yeah.
We dedicate in special way. Yes, I praise you, and lift you up. And I magnify your name.
love you, I love you.
All right.
I love him every single day. Why they want to call him like Kimora Green?
All right.
All right.
All right.
Nowhere to go at the end of the road.
Sing, girl.
I know you can save me. Make some mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
I am to blame, but I know you can change me. So here I am,
Yeah.
crying out loud. Please save me
Sing,
this time,
baby.
'cause I know you can. So here I am, Lord. I won't let go until you bless my soul, until you change my name, and I no longer the same. No, I won't let go
Yeah.
till you bless my soul, until you change my name, and I no longer the same. No longer the same. No longer the same. Nowhere to go at the end of the road. I know you can save me. Make some mistakes. I am to blame, but I know you can change me. So here I am, crying out loud. I won't let go until you bless my soul,
Yeah.
until you change my name, and I'm never the same. No, I won't let go until you bless my soul, until you change my name, and I'm never the same. No longer the same. Need you to change, fill me with your power,
Yeah.
Lord. No, I won't let go.
Yeah.
Bless my soul until you change my name, and I no longer the same. And I no longer the same.
All right
I won't let go until you bless my soul. We can sing that song in Canada. Not that song, but a song similar to that. I won't let go until you bless my soul. Well, St. Shirley, we were trying to figure out where she was at last week. She wasn't feeling good. She gave me a call. She was in a hospital. And she said her blood sugar was over 500.
Wow.
And so she's trying to get herself together, but she's still out here in LA. She just got to the hospital, I think it was Thursday. She went in Monday, they called the paramedics and rushed to the hospital, but she just got out Thursday. So we're asking saints to please keep her in prayer. She said she's very, very weak. And then she's kind of down because her truck still not running. She's trying to get it fixed by the month so she can go back up to 29 Palms. So we want to keep her in prayer. Then George, he was under that two issues. His friend got killed last night.
Wow.
His childhood friend. So he got shot 17 times last night. And then turn around, he gets a text that another friend got jumped just minutes ago and beat up pretty bad in Long Beach. So just keep the saints in prayer. I know we have a prayer list, but keep each one of us in prayer. I pray for you, you pray for me. You know, and if you forget the name, just say, Lord, just bless the saints. Bless the saints. In my prayer, I say, Lord, bless the saints. Keep us from seen and unseen danger. Because we don't know what's going to happen once we leave this building. You know, we're in our mind, we think we're going to go home and go to bed and rest up. We don't know what's going to happen. I used to hear you go, these are the last days. And we are sinning. See, we are used to just watching TV, like TV shows and things like that. My father used to tell me, news. Try to give God your all. Amen. Like Elder Smart, he came, he danced across the floor. He wasn't feeling good, but he walked, you know, Elder Smart did his little turn around, whatever. If you can't dance, just walk the floor, wave your hand. Do something. Prayer works.
Yes, it does. You gotta believe it.
Minister Jones, thank you for the prayer. Prayer works. And she was saying in the prayer, cry out to him. He wants us to be humble. So a lot of us, things happen, we get the big head, we think, oh yeah, I got, you are nothing. We sing a song, I'm just a nobody. Try to tell somebody. We'll try to tell everybody about somebody who can save anybody. I mean, he was taking it kind of hard. He was like, I don't understand. So please keep the saints in prayer. And I think Shirley, she really needs prayer. Please. She said she thought she was out about to leave here. I don't know nothing about how, you know, about the sugar and the things like that, whatever. She said she's on several types of medication right now. So please keep her in prayer. I was trying to catch her because it's like the last day of the feast. We had a beautiful time, and all of a sudden, things start happening. Satan's upset. Trying to get us off our track. As long as we keep pushing and keep holding on, God ain't.
I chose a butterfly because I thought butterflies was a good animal for children. Butterflies eat with their feet. Their favorite flowers are Mexican fern, cuckweed, cornflower, and which pollen is Heffler, perfect coffee flower. Butterflies fly to flowers to drink nectar. They get pollen on their legs and spread it to other flowers. Then new flowers grow. The butterfly's lifespan.
One of them on the side. Only one restaurant. All right, come on, Shane. While you wait, we wait on your sisters. Come on.
Oh, yeah, I got two. My animal was a pit bull, you love back. The same as people. So pretty much if you show a dog love and you show them the same care that you care for other people, that's the same love that you're gonna get back from a dog. If you like abandon them, like just leave them alone and don't show them that love no more, that's how they turn. Another way that they turn is if they haven't been around kids and you know some children like to pull on the dog tail. So by pulling on the tail, that can trigger the dog emotions too. So yeah, I chose that one. Then I chose the snake, a cottonmouth, and it's another term that they use as a water moccasin, I think. Well, so many snakes got different signs to let you know that you're in that area. Well, a cottonmouth opens their mouth to show you like, hey, step back. You getting too close. If you get closer, I will bite you and put my venom in you. They eat.
My animal was a zebra, and zebras are several species of African equidae, or the horse family, united by their distinctive black and white striped coat. Their stripes come in different patterns unique to each individual. They are generally social animals that live in small herds to large herds. Unlike their close.
All right, any other little? Miguel, did you have one for it? That's why you got to. All right, come on, Mills. You didn't have one?
I don't know which one I am.
Yeah. Well, pick one and I'm gonna call you later. So pick one. Go on the internet. Y'all good for that. And just pick out some things about it and just go talk about it. All right. Come on, Panda B. Panda Green.
Panda B. Oh, Panda B.
Panda B. Little ears.
Even though I wanted to be a panda bee, my mother at first said no. So I picked the panda. So pandas are from South China. They live about 20 years in the wild. They mostly eat bamboos, but they do eat meat, birds, honey, eggs, fish, yams, oranges, and bananas. Pandas are unclean, and some say they taste nasty, so that's something that you wouldn't want to eat. When most people go out to hunt, they only hunt the pandas for their fur. The mother pandas give birth to twins, but they only pick the strongest one. The ugly one, that's the weak panda, end up dying because the mother is not able to carry a lot of milk. The bamboo leaves contains the highest protein levels. Yes, that's it.
All right, come on, Mills.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Of course, I'm the bunny. I'm the rabbit. Okay, that's the bunny. I'm the rabbit. Silly rabbit, tricks of the kids. Okay, do one thing, hold on. Here we go. Rabbits, stop laughing, Lady Jones. Rabbits, when they're excited, we think we're the only ones that, all right. Let me see what else. Rabbits are clean, because we can eat them. We can eat rabbits. Wait a minute. Rabbits are unclean. Well, wait, hold on. We can't eat rabbits no more when we get saved. When you get saved, you can't eat rabbits no more. I just say like, no. Rabbits are unclean. But don't they eat rabbits? No. That's what is it they eat that tastes like chicken? It's rabbits. Okay, but it's unclean. I think we can eat it. Okay. And of course I didn't read up on it. But they're unclean. They come in several different colors. They have multiple babies. Multiple babies. They use rabbit's foot, as they say, for good luck. So they cut the rabbit's foot, dry it out, and they normally keep it for good luck. But we all know there is no luck. It's all God. They can live a long time if... That's the kangaroo.
She's a pregnant giraffe.
Yes, I'm a giraffe. Really fast paced. A lot of stuff that they found out about giraffes. They're unclean. Well, I was almost confused about that, but I'll talk to the ministers after service about it. But there are 7 different species of giraffes. There's northern, reticulated, Rothschild, West African, Kordofan, Nubian, and Maasai. And they are in the terrestrial and the ruminants group of mammals, which is terrestrial is entirely land animals, and the ruminants are divided stomach. Giraffes can run 35 miles per hour at short distances. For them being very tall animals, a male can be from 16 to 20 feet and a female can be 15 feet. And a male can weigh 2,000 pounds and a female 1,200 and 1,400 pounds, and can gain 200 pounds during pregnancy, and a baby can be 300 plus pounds at 3 months. And the baby can also stand 6 feet tall and run around 10 hours after birth. A giraffe's tongue is a purplish, bluish color, and it's 20 inches long. And the dark color is because since they eat so much and their tongue is exposed to sun, the spit dissolves some of the bones, and that's how they get the calcium and the phosphorus. And a healthy giraffe can live up to 20 years in the wild and 25 in the zoo. And their lungs can hold 12 gallons, which is 55 liters. And compared to a human, which can only hold 1.59 gallons, which is 6 liters, is a lot. And my last example is about their heart, which is 2 feet long, and it can weigh it can weigh 25 pounds and beat 170 times per minute. I tried to make an approximate size, just imagine it more of a 3D type of thing as a heart. So this is how big a giraffe's heart was. Wow.
Amen. Big old heart.
My animal is a lion.
He wasn't lying. He wasn't lying.
My animal eats each and every one of your animals. All right. It says, male lions spend their time guarding their territory and their cubs. They maintain the boundary about the mane around their neck. That's to protect their neck when they're fighting. Okay. Oh, and the female lion, she does the hunting. She's the one that gotta go out.
Right. Talk about it, Deacon Rick.
The man said no. Yes, I chose the lion.
Yeah, tell him. The cheetahs and all this.
Them lions.
Right.
And the females go work.
Right. Good God Almighty. Look at God. Won't he do it?
All right, come on, Minister Chris.
All right.
So my shirt is a flamingo, but my animal is an eagle. I couldn't find an eagle up here. There are over 60 species of eagles around the world. Yes, 60 species to be exact. The majority of them are in Eurasia, which is Europe and Asia, and Africa. We have about 10 to 15% of the species in North America. We have they call them the yin and yang eagles. We have the bald eagle and then you have the golden eagle. But there are also eagles in South America and Australia and Asia that are called serpent eagles, fish eagles. Let me see, what were the other ones? They have an eagle that's called a lion eagle that I thought was very interesting. A baby eagle is born typically between 3 to 5 pounds, and it can grow as big as 10 to 15 pounds in the first 6 weeks. The first eagle egg to hatch typically has the survival of the fittest advantage over its siblings, and sometimes becomes the only child, because the eagle that's born first typically is the one that moves the quickest, that knows and thinks quickly, and it takes all the food from its baby chick, its brothers and sisters, and sometimes the brother and sister chicks become the meal. And the parents do not get involved in the children and the sibling rivalry. It's just the circle of life. Half eagles that are born in a year period, half of them don't even live to see their first birthday. I thought that was very interesting. An eagle can carry an animal that is prey about 3 times. Smaller eagles have bigger wings than the actual larger eagles, and they can move just as fast and fly just as high as the larger eagles. So I thought that was very interesting. So don't always judge a book by its cover.
So was your animal clean or unclean?
It is actually unclean.
I told Sister Jones.
All right, Tiana.
Yes. Come on.
Female tarantulas can live 30 years or longer in the wild. Male tarantulas only live 5 to 10 years.
I like that word.
I want the word.
Okay. The largest tarantulas have a leg span the size of a dinner plate. Tarantulas are actually very afraid of humans and they rarely bite us. A tarantula's bite is thing in terms of toxicity. Tarantulas defend themselves by and you'll know if you got hit by it because it'll cause a rash. Tarantulas ambush small prey at night and they eat other spiders. They paralyze their prey with their venom and then they use digestive enzymes to turn the meal into a liquid. Larger tarantulas actually eat frogs, mice, and even birds. Tarantulas have retractable. Most tarantulas wander during the summer months, and how they. I thought this was interesting. I don't want to go outside, but how a male finds his mate is he taps his legs on the ground very gently, and how a woman finds her mate is based on his protein, which they can tell because after they mate, she eats him. Which is and the reason why they eat but the reason why they eat them is because after they mate, they lay so many eggs that they actually lose weight themselves, and they have to gain that protein back, so they eat the man. And that's why they actually only live 5 to 10 years, because most of the time the woman eats them. So that's what you get for being so happy. Tarantulas can regenerate lost legs, so if they lose a leg, they can grow it back. And that's all. Oh yes. First lady asked me to add on to the zebra. Who has zebra? Zebras are actually not black and white. They are a dark chocolate color and white. And if you shave their hair off, they are black. And what was I gonna say? Oh, elephants are black as well. If they're actually just ashy. So it's
your animal was clean or unclean?
unclean. Please don't eat one.
All right. Okay. Come on, Juanita.
Lola buddy.
Okay, so I had a bunny, but they said bunny and rabbit is the same thing basically. It's a small mammal. The male rabbit is, or bunny, is a buck. The female is called a doe. The younger rabbit is a kitten or a kid. It lives in a group. The habitat is woods, forests, grassland, deserts, and wetlands. The rabbits, they have long ears, which can be more than 4 inches long. They have large, powerful hind legs. Also, their body is shaped like an egg. And their skin color is like brown gray. Their teeth is strong, allow them to eat and to
bite in order to escape a struggle. As they said, the longest lived rabbit is in European rabbit. And they died at the age of 18. And they also, they eat, well, like what Patricia said, they eat like.
Look at them shoes, boy. She got her bunny shoes. All right. They walking.
All right, come on, Bishop Willis.
All right, Noah.
We're gonna talk about an animal you told me.
All right, animals. All right, Noah.
I can talk about a dog. Yeah, I worked on monkeys. I sure did. I did experiments on monkeys a lot of times. Also pigs too. And sheep. I'll go with the sheep. Because out of the sheep that we used a lot of times at in the experiment that we did thyroidectomies on sheep. The Marchidines funded that to be able to, because a lot of children are born without thyroids. And the Marchidines funded that program. They were twins. One of them we would operate on one of the twins and take out the thyroid and put it back in there for it to be born. And sheep are very humble animals. That's why Christ came on as a sheep. They're very humble. You can be able to, in killing them, they'll see one dead, and they'll still go to the area where you kill the sweaters and different type of material. And because you shave them, you shave the wool off of them, and they take the material and make different type of yarn for crocheting and everything like this, of this nature. And I remember the little baby lambs, they be like, bah, bah, bah. And even during the course of the night, at one time we took the lamb home and we kept it in the bathroom. And many times I could take the animals that we worked on, I could take them home. And one of the, I was like a butcher.
Yes, you were. We ate a plenty of them.
And in the laboratory, we had liver transplants on pigs. And in the, all of them got to take the pigs home, and I took all the sheep. And I was able to skin them and be able to take them home, the sheep. And we had lamb burgers and the legs of the lamb, and many of them I sold to Bishop Oliver Passover for Passover. And he paid me according, like I said, he bought the legs of lamb, because if you buy it in the store today, it's very costly. But we had a freezer full, and I know at one time we had a St. Bernard, and I had roasted a leg of lamb and put it up on the cabinet. And that St. Bernard took the leg of lamb off the cabinet. And I was very upset with that dog. I did throw the dog outside. The dog couldn't stay in the house no more. Because once you devour my food, it's time to go. And I'm talking about, I learned how to be able to prepare the leg of lamb where it didn't taste like lamb. That mutton taste and everything like that. A lot of times people don't know how to cook lamb. But I was able to cook it. And I told my daughter, one of my daughters asked me how to be able to fix lamb, and I showed her how to be able to fix it. And she does the same thing today. But it's very unique how you can be able to take a lamb or a sheep and to be able to do different things with it. And even doing the experiments that we did, they were corn-fed animals. And we kept them in cages and everything like that. And so when we killed them, because it's an easy way of killing them, and they need to take the, bleed them out and everything like that. And it's easy. And I used to do all that. And doing that, skinning the sheep, bringing them home, my children were not hungry.
Sure wasn't.
Because I would take the lamb, the meat, and take it to the market, and they would grind it up for me any kind of way I wanted it. And I was able to debone the legs of lamb and then wrap it up just like we do a roast. And I did all these type of things, and I enjoyed doing that. But when I came out here, like I said, I don't do things like that anymore. Because California, you can't work on animals no more out here like I could do in Kentucky.
Amen, Pastor Kim.
But I thank the Lord for the knowledge that God has given unto me with the sheep, and to be able to know that they are very humble, and even how to put them to sleep and everything like that. You use the jugular vein to be able to put them to sleep, and they would just lay there, and you could be able to put them to sleep and do different things to them, intubate them and everything like that, put them on the respirator. And I did all this type of work years ago, and I still, my hands are still yet able to tie knots and everything like that. And I learned how to do different things in the laboratory, and it helped me to be able to be more of what I am today. And sheep are clean animals, and you can be able to eat sheep and be able to enjoy lamb.
Do you love lamb? All
The
right.
Lamb of God.
The Lamb of God. All right.
Oh, Lamb of
All right, come on, Minister Jones.
Yeah, because she back here talking. Come on, talk about this born birds you got. Come on, man.
My bird is Capricorn.
That's all right.
That's all right, because God made him.
Yes, sir.
You gotta be completely loose. All right, so my bird is the toucan. That particular bird. Now, I don't need the adults to say anything, because I want y'all to get, I'm gonna ask the kids a question and give them $1 if they get it asked. All right, see, my bird is so boring.
It sure is, and it's on the fruit too, Bob.
Get up.
You go out there that door. Stand up. And you go on back out that door. So somebody come get you after I'm done. In the name of God. Mom, I'm sorry. All right, so my bird is the toucan. Baby, he done took y'all money. I'm sorry. And the toucan is a tropical bird. And they reside mostly in Mexico, Central America, South America, and the Caribbean, or Caribbean, depending on how you say it. They prefer tropical rainforests, and illegal pet trade is the greatest threat for the birds, although they are not on the endangered species list, which is good.
Almost the entire body of the toucan is covered with black feathers, except the throat, which is covered with white or yellow feathers. The color provides camouflage. Males and females have large, brightly colored bills that can reach 8 inches in length. Y'all listen, because I might ask you a question about the same. Despite how large the bill is, it has low mass because it's made of keratin. That's the question I'm asking. I'm asking something about keratin. So everybody 14 and under, remember the word keratin. It's made of keratin, okay? All right. So the toucan can regulate body temperature using its bill. It increases circulation of the blood through the bill and helps in elimination of excess body heat. What else? They have short wings and they don't like to fly. When they need to leave the safety of the trees, they'll glide through the air and travel small distances. They live in small groups called flocks, composed of up to 6 birds. The females lay 2 to 4 eggs in the nest in the tree, and they only mate once per year. That's kind of sad. I mean, and both parents participate in the incubation of the eggs, which lasts 16 to 20 days. Baby toucans are completely naked at birth, and they can survive up to 20 years in the wild. All right, the question I have is, for mammals, what is made of keratin, children? Supposed to be at those. On our bodies, what is made of keratin on our bodies? So their bills are made of keratin. What is made of keratin on our bodies?
I do.
You ain't getting no back.
Oh, okay.
No. Preach. Your nails and your hair are made of keratin. You want to pay it forward? I'm going to give you this spot.
Go ahead, pay it forward. Pay it forward.
To a baby, not Troy.
Oh.
That's all.
Amen.
Thank you.
Yes,
You
God.
ready? Is this cook ready?
The animal I chose right now is a porcupine.
What she saying?
Porcupine.
Oh, I like porcupine.
Porcupines are the third largest of the rodents behind the capitibria and the beaver. Most porcupines are about 60 to 90 centimeters longest tail with and 20 through 25 centimeters long. A porcupine weight is 5 to 16 kilometers. The porcupine color tends to be brown and gray, but some of the rare porcupine species can be found white, and this animal is not clean.
All right, Bishop. Don't put me out.
That Easter Sunday,
Alright. Then what I chose is Dalmatian. All right, cool down right there. Alright, here we go. One of the facts that I found most interesting was they're not born with their stripes. They get their stripes polka dots. Right. Wait a minute. You need a beat start. I guess I can spell spot though. B-I-D-L. I don't know. They get their pops 2 to 3 weeks after they're born. No two Dalmatians have the same coat or spots. 12% of Dalmatians are born deaf. Dalmatians were pretty much became popular after the movie 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
They have very good memory. They're also known as firefighter dogs. Fire dogs. George Washington had a Dalmatian. He loved Dalmatians. Nicknames. The Spotted Coach Dog. The reason why they were called the Spotted Coach Dog is because they used to walk alongside the coach wagon. They're one of the most popular dogs. They're very territorial, which makes them good guard dogs. All right. Now I want to kind of talk about that animal that eats up the male. So I did some research. They gotta talk about
I'll give you time to ask.
That ain't nobody but the spirit.
He got some research, Deanna, so keep researching. He gonna ask you some questions after everybody goes. I'm just giving you a heads up to go on and research why he think he doing something. All right, come on, Mother Wallace.
All right, lady.
Mysterious facts about owls. Owls are energetic birds. By turn, mysterious, lovable, or spooky, depending on who you ask. Owls can turn their heads almost all the way around, but not quite. It's a myth that owls can rotate their heads 360 degrees. The bird can actually turn its head 135 degrees in either direction, which gives them 270 degrees total movement. According to the scientists, bone adaptation, blood vessels with cartilage and reservoirs, and a supporting vascular network allowing the owl to turn their head that far without cutting off the blood to the brain. Owls have based on the tiny differences in sound waves Other owls have flat faces with special feathers that focus sound. The sound bounces off of their face with those flat faces that they have. Essentially turning their face into one big ear. The ear tufts, that's what the name, that's what they call it. Okay. Unlike most birds, they make no sound when they're flying. They have special feathers that break turbulence, that break turbulence as the prey and crushes it to death with its strong talons. Then depending on the size, it either eats the prey whole or rips it up. The owl digestive tract processes the body, and the parts that can't be digested, like fur and bone, are compacted into pellets. They sometimes eat other owls. Not only do owls eat surprisingly large prey, some species like, and they also eat other species of owls. Great horned owls, for example, will attack the barrel owl, and the barrel owl will in turn sometimes eat the western sea owls, known as have declined. Like the African noise. Aside from hooting, owls make variety of calls. The screech is whistle to screeches. The barn owl hisses when it feels threatened, which sounds like something from a nightmare. Elf owls live in cactus. The small owl is the elf owl, which lives in the southwest United States and Mexico. It will sometimes make a home in giant cactuses, nesting in holes made by other animals. However, the elf owl isn't picky and will also live in trees or on telephone poles. Burying owls take over prairie dog towns and hunt with poop. The long-legged burying owl, this is still talking. They fish. The poop is bait from dung beetles. One of the owl's favorite types of prey. Everybody who studies burying owls knows that they bring dung back to their barrels, and that's poop. And they know that burying owls eat a lot of dung beetles. But nobody has put two and two together. Levy co-author, this is who looked that research up. Owls are natural pest controls for the farmer. Owls eat a lot of rodents. A single barn owl family will eat 3,000 rodents in a month breeding cycle. One owl can eat over 50 pounds of gophers in a year. I wish they come to my yard. They need to come to my house. Many farmers are, we need some of those owls right there. Owls were once a sign of victory in battle. The ancient Greeks, the little owl was the companion of Athens, the Greek goddess of wisdom, which is one reason why owls symbolize learning and knowledge. But Athens was also a warrior goddess, and the owl was considered the protector of armies. And is also a symbol of death.
My favorite animal is a bat. They eat fruit and they eat frogs and they eat fruit. They eat frogs and they not swim.
All right, St. George.
All right, my animal is the leopard. All right, and of course, my animal is unclean. It's one of the 5 big cats. It is a member of the family Felidae with a wide range in the sub-Saharan Africa and parts of Asia. And it says leopards are graceful and powerful big cats, closely related to lions, tigers, and jaguars. They live in sub-Saharan Africa, as I mentioned, Northeast Africa, Central Asia, India, and China. However, many of their populations are endangered, especially outside of Africa. The leopard's hunting skills. The leopard is so strong and comfortable in trees that it often hauls its kills into the branches, dragging the large bodies up to keep it safe from scavengers, so the other animals like hyenas will steal their food. Leopards can also hunt from trees where their spotted coats allows them to blend with the leaves until they spring with a deadly pounce. These nocturnal predators also stalk antelope, deer, pigs. By stealthy movements, they kill quickly and quietly. So they sneak up on you. That's what they do. They live in a little group. They're hard to find. They know how to disappear. Even though they're geographically widespread, they're known to be hunted and killed by the lion. So the lion goes after the left. So they compete. The lion, it says here, they're competing with other animals for the prey, for the food. And there's some subspecies of leopard. You have an African leopard. You find that in North America, West Africa. You have an Indian leopard, native to the Indian subcontinent, India, Nepal. There's just a few. Javan